there's still a 25% upside for Nvidia stocks as of March 2024. So stick with me on this video. I'm going to show you my buy trigger, my thesis, valuation, and everything going forward. Hello, welcome back to Family Investment. My name is Alex Ko, and today I want to share buy trigger for Nvidia. I have just redone, rejigged, reconstruct my thesis again after GTC's 2024, and I'm feeling really bullish about this. But if you do not have time to watch this video, check out my one-pager below. As per the usual format on buy trigger, I start with the fundamental analysis, technical analysis, the valuation, and then my final words, just to give you a caption on the closeout. Now, let's start with the fundamentals. GTC 2024 was fabulous. But then now I'm plotting the analyst forecast, data of EPS, just to give you a visualization of the roadmap in my point of view. So in this chart here, as you can see, back in 2020, 2021, 22, while we were all investing during the COVID, it's basically all about the cloud growth. The cloud growth server with AWS, with Azure, but then there was a bit of a steroid that been pumped in through the crypto boom in 2022. And then we've got a crash, but Jensen's already been planning his hopper in place. He had only 2 clients and they started growing. 2024, it's when the hopper AI boom came in, fully booked 24, fully booked 25. And in GTC conference, we've seen a Blackwell now replacing more powerful because the client's base have increased, the technology has got even better. And also the CUDA, which is the AI foundry for Nvidia, to be growing for 26, 27. What is AI foundry? Now Nvidia is embarking not just as a hardware, but also as a software company, providing the tools. Now with all the hardware that you got, they're providing the tools. It's growing along. So followed by future 28, 29, what the GTC has been telling us about the biomedical, the autonomous vehicles, ChatGPT-6, Omniverse, the list goes on. So now they are expanding their base going forward. And now for the technical analysis, let's shake it up and be different and think out of the box. And now, so here I have plotted my Nvidia Fibonacci chart. With Fibonacci chart, you know you've got the high peak, the bottom presents a beautiful case study, and then the breakout occurs. And now as we can see on the Fibonacci, I call this the 4-wave of breakout. So if you confirm this 4-wave of breakout, it tells you a story. It tells you that the technology, the next generation of regrowth with the next circular sector that's coming in place. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're sitting about 3rd and 4th, and then coincidentally around about the 4th, the max is around about a 1040, 1050. I think we'll complete this cycle, maybe this year, maybe next year. But before I go to Nvidia, let's go and look at other case studies and how breakouts happened in the past. Let's start with Tesla. Tesla back in 2014, 15, 16, they were starting to build their factories. And the factories, they're starting to produce cars, 17 and 18, they're going a bit sideways. And then when the results produce, boom, the 4-wave stage, 1, 2, 3, 4, went straight up in line and it never came back. And you look at the next chart, to almost 10x from the last top, but actually 22x from the very beginning top, all the way up, and it never came back down to that rainbow Fibonacci chart. Incredible, yeah? Let me show you another one. Apple back in 2012, all the way to 2018, they were cycling between the chart of wave 1, 2, 3, and 4. Up and down, up and down. That's when the iPhone 7, 8, 9, the AirPods, the iPads, the Mac Air, they all came out trying to push it through. So it took years, about 5 years. And what happened after the rainbow? Boom, it went above 4x from the last high, and overall from the previous high, 9.5x up to 2024. And it never came back down to that rainbow Fibonacci wave 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me convince you with another one. Amazon back in 2012 all the way to 2018. This is when AWS was booming. You guys didn't know what AWS was. So they were booming. Last high in 2014, came back down, and then went straight up. They keep beating revenues up and up and up. They started making money, and guess what? Up all the way to 2023. Boom, 4x from the top and 16x from the last high. Incredible. Once they left, they broke out, they broke even higher. So now going back to Nvidia. Now we're at wave 4. What if AI Foundry was working? What if the software was working? What if the board, the biomedical, everything was running in full gear? And what Johnson said went true. If they left that rainbow chart, where would we be in future in 2035? I plant that seed, you have to think about it. So now the valuation from 2023 to 2028, the growth with forecasts going forward on the EPS, it looks about 75% because 2023 was pretty small. There 3, that's all the RAM startup. And then from the EPS, the safety margin I worked out was 552, around about that zone. And guess what? It coincides with the chart on the technical analysis, which I drew the box as you can see there. And this box indicates there's a bit of a build-up. That is when we got the forecast only for 24 and 25. If anything from the 900 comes back down, that it comes back down here, the 552 is the safety margin. I'm comfortably calling that. 24 to 28 onwards, if you work it out again, there's about 40%, just that gap year for future going forward. And when I work that out with that growth, EPS, going forward for future, as we stand today in 2024, if it works out the 27, 28 forecast is on target with the future quarterly earnings, we are looking at 1,195. So I'm quite confident we've got still got 25% upside. Once we hit by the end of the year and start of next year Q1 earnings, 1 year from today, once we know what 27, 28 gives, we should be hitting 1,195 or 1,200. And then what makes it even better, 1,195, in 2028, Nvidia's earnings should be about 211 billion per year in revenue. That is equivalent to what Microsoft have today in 2024. So what we're saying is Nvidia is 4 years behind Microsoft, and if it does hit the target, it'll be equivalent to the size of Microsoft in 2028. And now for the buy trigger, I'm comfortable at the Fibonacci between third and fourth wave of the 914. We've got a safety margin, 691, maybe we'll go down. You get a bit of a silly, crazy news comes down. But 914, round about that level, I'll be dollar cost. If it goes lower, the next line now will be 691. So this is me on the buy trigger, and I hope you find it useful. So I've come to the end of the video. My buy trigger for Nvidia, my bullish thesis going forward, trying to work out the valuation mix with the technical analysis and the fundamentals, or marry them all together, visualize where we are, where we're going to go, and hopefully that helps you going forward. So I'm not going to be selling Nvidia, even if they drop the safety margin of 552, I'm comfortable with that. Accumulation is where we are, because going forward, the 28 vision, the 2030 vision, as you can see the chart here again, and then the 2035 going forward. Because end of the day, imagine holding a stock from now 24 all the way up to 2035, and that's when I start reaping dividends, and it feels like a good old Coca-Cola, Apple stocks. So this is one that's holding a good reason to go long term, because something that you're going to watch it grow. Okay, remember to like, subscribe, and hope that's useful information to share with everyone.